All right, how are we doing this morning, folks? Let's see if I am up and running here. We'll get started in a hot second. Just waiting for the signal to come through to confirm that I am running and it looks like we're good to go on that front. Let me drop down the mutes on this so that we don't have to hear it so much. I'm going to grab this link. I'm going to post here on Twitter real quick. I'm on the X Twitter platform at Phil Kearney. If you're still out there on X Twitter, you're certainly welcome to catch up with me. Drop a line, say hi. My name is Phil Kearney. Hey, I create role-playing games. I illustrate them and I publish them online. And I've been focusing my attention here on creating an Eberron adventure for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. I've been using Eberron as my home brew campaign basically since I think 2004 or something like that, and I've been making content on the DMsGuild for 5th edition for 7 years, I think is how long I've been at this. Let me fix my screen here real quick. If you're interested in the stuff that I'm doing, you can see down here in the link down below. Spelljammer Combat and Exploration, Color Mana System for MTG campaigns, Point Warlocks for Spellpoint shenanigans, Pacts and Patrons of Ravnica, Theurgy. There's a number of books here. If you like the stuff that we're doing here today, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Hey, we got new subscribers. Thanks a lot, guys. But we're making an Eberron adventure too. This is the book cover that we made back around episode 40. And here is the current map that we're working on. It is the Sinkhole grave. There's a mass grave in here. It's been exposed by rotting through the ground here, so it falls in. Undead are crawling out and then basically running across the landscape. There's no predetermined number of undead that could be in this mass grave. So by the time your team gets there, you could throw as much undead as you want at them one at a time or in mobs, depending on how strong they are. But until they drop down, unless the DM decides that the pit is empty, until the players crawl down into this pit to fight the undead that are in here, they could still come out. And so, cheers for camping. Let's see. We have finished the basic. Let's see. Let's get this out of the way. Here's the basic layout. For the maps that we built so far. We can see this the different tiles and rocks that sit here that are inside of this space. So right now, what we're working on are mushroom colonies and different just environmental mech. So let's go here and outline this stuff. I'm just going to make little flotillas around this. Just to define these spaces a little bit. I've been watching the CBS TV show Evil on Paramount Plus, and just finished the 3rd season. It's Evil's a pretty good show. I like it. It's the writing and the storyline has progressed quite a bit in the 3rd, now into 4th season. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. I definitely recommend it if you have access to it. I gotta say, Paramount Plus is proving to be a really strong channel, creating a lot of really good content. And I could see myself dropping Disney before Paramount at this point. as it stands right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 by 11. So I could fit this on a single 11 by 16 page. One, two, three, four, five, six. So what I'm going to need to do is make sure I create just random colony piles to be able to clip on as additional snuff. Let's see. I see my flaw. All right, let's fix it. Like that. These aren't supposed to be on the same layer. Merge down. Do like that instead. Simpler, Kearney, thank you. Merge down, and I think that was the only one, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's good. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Flora. Stone. So there's a number of type of unnatural plants that grow in Mabar. It's going to include Vulpina Lotharia, which is a viridescent fungus. There's plague moss, which is just basically like astroturf loam, even like almost like soft coral. And let's see, mushroom. There's the yellow cap mushrooms, razor wire vines, and the sunflowers, or the doom flowers, I guess. Trying to make this a little bit more of a natural looking puddle space. I don't know why I'm defining this. Right, what I am trying to do is create structure and form the area that is occupied by this fungus stuff. Which one was it? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, this is gonna work out okay. I can see how this would work. So without the stone, let's fill these in. Now these become standalone. Okay, so this is a worthwhile exercise. So what we can do is create these little flora patches. We just got to make sure that we know what the space is that they occupy. There. It's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So a 5x4 space that this would occupy. And as a map device, we can have, so this 10 by 11 here is a page, and then so you print that out on a laser print, you cut it out on an 11 by 17 page. It fills a 10 by 11 space, and then we can have let's see, this here. This occupies a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7 by 11 space. And if I just trim that down a touch, it'll be so now we occupy a urge down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can start fitting these, jigsawing these together as little cutouts that can then be dropped onto. Again, this is just for black and white. When you're in a virtual tabletop, colors free, and you have up to a 100 by 100 square area, like squares that are 100 squares by 100 squares. So 100 by 100, that'd be 10,000 squares. And so it's easy to fill these in, but on virtual tabletop, even in color as separate PNG files, they can also be stacked. So once we make a few of these different little flora flotilla shapes, then they can be basically just added as terrain at any point inside the manifest zone as something that needs to be messed with. And they basically become physical hazards that you can just drop onto the battlefield. Let's do like this. Yeah, that's good. Trim that out. Merge down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 by 9. So I could have all three of these shapes all sit on a single 11 by 17 page with a half-inch margin, so it's a 10 by 16 space. As long as it's only 10 inches wide, you can fit it on a single page. So this being, well, it's disappeared. There we go. This being only 10 tall means that I can have up to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I can have a map go all the way out to here, like a page. This would all fit on a single 11 by 17 page with half-inch margins to feed through a laser printer, so you just get the line art. Very, very simple to do. Very light grid. It's easy. So you would have this as your simple map that you would place at the kitchen table. It doesn't cost anything. But once we finish up this line work, then we're going to dive into doing color. So we'll be able to flesh it all out and have it as its own little standalone vignette. It'd be like, we'd probably push it out to here and here, like this and this. So this would be roughly our space. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 17 by 21. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 8 by 10. So that could also fit on 11 by 17, and this is, we can trim that a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 by 13. So this would also, so this would fit on 11/16 going this way. This fits on 11/16 going this way, and this fits on an 11 by 16 going this way, and then all of this Lotharia, the word I'm looking for is flora patches, also would fit on an 11 by 16. So this whole map, when we're done with it, these black and white segments are 4 separate 11 by 16 pages that you can then print out in place, or you could duplicate on a battle map. It's very simple structure. The very, very simple shapes that we're ultimately using here, just basically rectangles that you could use to fill in the different areas that you're moving through. Don't mind me. So let's conceal that stone again. Summertime. Rough. Oh yeah, the original. Super original. This is how it started off as, it's just like a tear in the ground. This stuff is still useful. I'm just gonna call that scrap. Hey, thanks, Timely Timer. Push the scrap down to the bottom, as we do. Grid. Huh. Alright, I don't think I need to mess around with that. I think I am currently wasting my time. So let's get back into here. We'll take this. We're going to drop these shapes down a bit. And now we're going to start creating language. This can be 1 pixel. Let's do it like this. I'm working on a mushroom right now. I'm trying to figure out the shape that I want for it from over top. There. The idea here is I'm making mushroom patch. I think I want to fill the 5-foot tile with mushroomage, so I can just grab it and use it as a recurring tile. So if I made like 2 or 3 different type of mushroom tiles, I'd be able to just make those as tokens, as hazard tokens that could be just dropped down wherever needed. That's what we're focusing on right now. I gotta say, my editor for this project is Stuart Braz, and he is super good at eliminating unnecessary text bloat. He's been absolutely an asset to this project, and if you're listening, Stuart, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate you sticking with me over all this time. I'm really glad I made the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration book first, because the skills that we gained from building the Light of Xerax's conversion guide adventure, that's really helping feed in ideas about how to lay out this adventure and to make good use of the information and create an interesting, like cohesive, aesthetic look. Shaky on the language here. I need mushroom tokens. I need soil tokens. I need Latharia tokens. I need moss tokens, and I need razor wire tokens. So what is that, 4? And I think the dandelions, I think they're called night blooms. I don't specifically remember that one. Trim that like that. Good. That feels pretty good. That's a patch of mushrooms. Maybe maybe it doesn't need to be so square filling, having it be at an odd, less consistent shape. There we go. That feels a little bit better. Maybe we'll trim that out. That feels pretty natural. I like that. Okay, cool. So that's one. I think we want. That one by itself will work. I only need one tile, so that's good. So I have that there, and now we can just start, I guess, establishing stuff around it. Let's see. drop that down so it doesn't interfere with the line work. We'll call this yellow cap. And then, let's see, the next thing we need is, let's build out some Lotharia. Can I get away with only using triangles? I've got circles here. I'm going to use triangles here. I want to have a more rounded shape inside this space. Take this, put it here instead. Yeah, we ran last month. We ran a martial powers play test. We started at 3rd level, and then 4th level, and then we put a break on it. And the initial data was that the almost everything in that system is like an instant effect, and the things that how do I say? The things that you can't reduce cost for are instant effects that basically modify one die roll, and it's proving to be too pricey. For the amount of resources that the characters have, the amount of benefits that they get from the powers that they have is too limited and conditional to make it feel like you're making good choices. There's too many options that are too niche, and unless you're building a super specialized character that you know exactly how they want to function, then you're getting you're losing out on what you could do. So the answer to that is to consolidate a number of abilities. Like when you spend a point, you can do this or that, or like while sustaining this effect, you can also spend points to do that. So what I'm in the process of doing, and the reason I'm bringing it up is because this is how we're going to spend our lunchtime today. We'll be basically looking over this 209 powers, and like 50 of them are like cantrip type effects. So we could probably trim that down. I mean, there's like there's feats, and then there's like combat masteries, which are like weapon masteries, but you can use them with any weapon that you're proficient with, as long as you know the mastery. So there's 8 masteries and like 25, I think, some odd feats. That feels right. So we're gonna trim that down, and I think we're gonna modify like how you apply elemental and supernatural damage to weapon effects. Where, like I said, we were combining the sustained effects. We're getting rid of concentration on sustained effects, but you can only maintain one of them per rank of power that you have, and it's a half-casting class progression. So you only have 1 until 5th level, then you have 2 at 5th level, then you have 3 at 9th level, 4 at 13th level, and then a maximum of 5 at 17th level. But most characters are only going to get 1 to 3 of them. So I think we were previously looking at maintaining concentration on these effects, and then you could, like the monk wouldn't have to concentrate on them, and while raging barbarians don't have to concentrate on them. By switching out the entire system to not require concentration, that removes the perks and uniqueness of the monk and barbarian. So I'm thinking how I want to modify that is to allow them to maintain, to sustain a number of can sustain a number of ranks equal, can sustain powers equal to their max rank plus 1, which is effectively the proficiency modifier. But if you've been around my design philosophies for a while, I don't like unearned power. So I don't like you being able to, like at first level, you've got an 18 constitution and you don't change it until 16th level. That means from 1st to 16th level, anything that's like number of like your constitution modifier, it never improves. And that feels like a mistake in the 5e design system, that you wouldn't be gaining levels, that you wouldn't be gaining power with levels. So the answer to that is proficiency modifiers. You can use this a number of times equals to your proficiency bonus modifier. And that's flawed, because if I got it as a paladin and then I leave paladin after 2nd level, I'm still going to continue gaining that benefit throughout the entire career of my character unearned, and it is encouraging me to multi-class dip, to just cherry pick different proficiency bonus abilities, and I don't want that either. So the solution that I came up with is have it equal to the maximum rank of power that you gain in this class. So if you're a fighter level 15, you gain 4 ranks of power as a fighter, even if you take a 3-level tangent to hop over to monk, and that would give you that would be equal to 1 rank of power as monk and 4 ranks of power as fighter, because of the levels that you gained in the class. A 1st level monk only has 1st rank powers. There you go. That's the idea behind it. I'm not sure if this triangle thing is working out the way that I want it to. It probably will. Started watching Chainsaw Man on Hulu, and I only watched the first episode, but I don't know how far the premise can actually go, but apparently there's a ton of comics for it. And mad shout out to Haley for pointing me in that direction. I don't like this square effect I've got going here. I want to curve that out. That's starting to feel a little better. I said better, not bitter. Where are we at? 7:40. Okay, so I'm in my last burst. I wanted to get on stream by 6:40 this morning, but I'm still sick and recovering, so I'm being very generous with my attendance schedule right now. So thanks a lot for checking in with me, guys, if you are. Yeah, and I've got a slew of books in the description down below that are on the DMsGuild for 5th edition content, and it all has free previews, so you are most welcome to check those things out. And if you think they're cool, and you want me to make more books, the best way to encourage me to make more books, more ideas, is to buy the ones that I've already put out for you to look at. So grab a book and you think it's neat and you'd like to see more stuff like it, buy the book so I know that people are interested in the content of that book, so I should make more of it. Like, I've got basically 3 books, 3 supplements in the works for the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration book that I put out, and I'm adding, like I said, another 3 books worth of content to it. And I've got maybe 20 different books I can make for Spelljammer specifically, and I don't know if I'm going to put them all in the DMsGuild or not. I'm trying to think about how I can grow my Patreon. So I'm honestly thinking about putting the Warforged Machines book on Patreon. I have a Spelljammer subclass book that I'm building, and the Vocath Battle Crab supplement that I'm building. Some of this stuff could go on DMsGuild to start building up a thick bundle. The subclass stuff, maybe I should hold off on until the new Player's Handbook comes out, so I know exactly what it is we actually have going on. But I'm going to be working. I'm going to be working on those subclasses on I believe I'll be on for lunch on Wednesday this week, and which will be tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. That's the word. I like how this sits overall. I think this is a decent look. Little jaggedy jigs like that are cool. I want to have this one separated too. I like that. That looks good. So Lotharia is using triangles. Yellow Caps are using circles. Let's see. I already know. Just Soil is using the cauliflower fractals, and you'll see those. You'll see those soon. Next, I just need moss. Letharia. Well, I'm thinking hatch marks for the for just the general fungus, like the blood moss. Kind of messing around, playing with language, lines, movement. See what it is that we can find here. It's interesting. We go to work. From here, we go to work. Not like that. Sloppy. See if we can make this make sense. That's not bad. Maybe I want to change the angle on this one. I don't think I want squares. I mean, squares isn't a bad idea. So that would be normal moss, yellow caps, Letharia. And then daffodils, the daffodil death blooms, I think is what we call them, would be blood moss, yellow caps, Lotharia. Death blooms would be little asterisks. So I think that's the next thing that we'll do. So we'll go Lotharia, and we'll go blood moss, yellow caps. $751. This is a decent place to stop. I'm not gonna get the death blooms done today. And then we also need to do razor wire, which we can do crescents with. So cool. We're building unique shape language for each of these things. So it's basically using very generic shapes. I like that. That works. All right, cool. That's where we're at today, guys. I'm going to come back and I'm going to continue working on this in the morning tomorrow in about 23-ish hours, something like that, 22-ish, hopefully. I'll be back on today at lunchtime. Let's see. 1 o'clock Seattle time, so that's 5 hours. I think that's what my timing is going to be. Probably in about 5 hours. Then we'll work on the Martial Power System. We're going to we're working on revising the power list, basically. So consolidating and upping the intensity and the value of spending a point, considering how few points you actually have over the course of your character's career. So worthwhile. And yeah, so that's where we're at. I'll see you guys. I'll see you hopefully in 5 hours. Otherwise, I'll see you in the morning. Otherwise, catch me online on my Discord or Twitter, X, or check out my books down below. If you think they're cool, they're all free previews. So if you think they're cool and you want to see more of them, buy one. So you encourage me to make more. And I will see you guys later. Thanks a lot.